Learning progression is the purposeful sequencing of teaching and learning expectations across multiple developmental stages, ages, or grade levels. The main progression in space and shape or geometry is achieved by focusing on new properties and features of shapes and objects in each grade, and moving from learning the language of position and matching different views of the same objects to reading and following directions on informal maps. In your reading section, you will find a table outlining how the South African curriculum describes progression in space and shape. This table describes progression in relation to 4 topics, namely position, orientation and views, 3D objects, 2D shapes, and symmetry. Think about the difference between a 3D object and a 2D shape. How would you explain the difference to a foundation phase learner? Now think about the connection between a 3D object and a 2D shape. The faces of most 3D objects are 2D shapes. For example, a cube has 6 sides. Each side is a 2D shape, and each side is a square. A 3D object has 3 dimensions: length, width, and height or thickness. A 2D shape has 2 dimensions: length and width. 2D shapes that are polygons or closed shapes with straight sides are named according to the number of sides they have. For example, a polygon with 3 sides is called a triangle. In the foundation phase, 3D objects and 2D shapes should be dealt with in a sequence moving from concrete to semi-concrete using pictures. Look at this Venn diagram of 2D shapes: squares, rectangles, quadrilaterals, polygons, closed shapes, open curves. Now think about the following. Is a square a rectangle? Is a triangle a polygon? Are all closed shapes polygons? A square is a special kind of rectangle because all the sides are the same length. Rectangles and squares are special kinds of quadrilaterals. A rectangle has 2 sides of same length and the other 2 sides of a different length. Squares and rectangles are both special kinds of quadrilaterals because the sides are all parallel and the angles are all 90 degrees. A triangle is a polygon. The smallest number of sides a polygon can have is 3, as in a triangle. This is because a polygon, by definition, is a closed shape. But not all closed shapes are polygons. You can see from the Venn diagram that a heart is a closed shape, but it is not a polygon because it does not have 3 straight sides.